Howdy, my name is Gabelo Camiro, and this is my YouTube project on Apis mellifera titled Understanding Apis mellifera Chemical Communication via Sting Alarm Pheromones as a Response to Predators. Apis mellifera, an introduction. The genus Apis means bee in Latin, while mellifera means honey bearing. Apis mellifera, or the European honeybee, is a eusocial insect and the largest commercial pollinator in the world. Not only are they useful for commercial pollination, but as the name suggests, they make honey that humans have harvested for thousands of years. Observing bee behavior and response to threats may lead to better treatment of pests, safer practices in commercial spaces, and greater understanding of bee communication. Apis mellifera is capable of communicating threats through various forms of communication, including sting alarm pheromones. Through sting alarm pheromones and chemical trails left by stingers of sacrificed bees, Apis mellifera is able to communicate without body language. What role does sting alarm pheromones play in alerting Apis mellifera colony members as a response to predators? Sting alarm pheromones. At the entrance of the hive, guard bees may detect an active threat to the colony. Upon detecting this threat, guard bees will shoot sting alarm pheromones from their abdomen. Looking at the top half of this data, up here, we can see that the number of active stinging bees increases directly with the increase in number of stingers present, which contain sting alarm pheromones. On the bottom half of this data, we see the relation between the number of stinging bees and IAA, isoamyl acetate, concentration, peaking at 25%, then decreasing with higher concentrations. Isoamyl acetate is the main component of sting alarm pheromones. Chemical marking. In addition to sting alarm pheromones that bees release, when bees sting a predator with their barbed stingers, the stinger will remain stuck in their target and gut the bee's abdomen, killing them. While at first I was at a loss for why this would be an evolutionary advantage, I learned that by doing so, bees chemically mark their target to make it easier for other bees to locate the danger. Chemical marking continued. As seen in the models, bees are much more likely to sting or collect around an area, or what would be a predator, with more stings than not. In this 1962 study, they used suede leather discs with or without the presence of stingers to simulate the surface of a potential predator to the colony. The presence of only 3 stingers made an astounding difference in the amount of bees collecting around an area, which would indicate the presence and purpose of sting alarm pheromones. Here you could see versus the controlling disc, none of the stingers or none of the bees decide to sting the control disc, while uh, on the test ones which had different stingers which would have sting alarm pheromones, they would range from 0 to 4 stings, with much more bees clustering around it in the first place. Honeybee response. Uh, this figure you can see right here represents the number of stings at different intervals based on the concentration or chemical added to the uh, to the testing. For instance, here on the black you have the sting alarm pheromones versus your IAA, or I'm sorry, isopentyl acetate, and then you have your control, which is the B right here. Similar to previous experiments, Apis mellifera colonies were exposed to different suades, including an alarm pheromone exposed one. While the differences in reaction rates was not significant within the first 10 seconds, the difference becomes more pronounced at the 30-second mark. Sting alarm pheromones notify non-guard bees about a predator near the colony. Sting alarm pheromones increase defensive bee activity, and uh, together, stingers of sacrificed bees left on predators will work to orient bees to the predator, which increases the probability that they'll sting it. Significance. Knowledge of the sting alarm pheromone has led to uh, usage of smokers to prevent guard bees from alerting the colony of human cultivation, which is a safe practice. Uh, Also, understanding the lingering pheromones left by the abdomen and stinger, the sting alarm pheromones left after contact would lead to development of anti-bee stinging cultivation practices, which could protect not only individual bee stings from cultivators or individual bees from uh sacrificing themselves to sting cultivators, but it would also prevent uh mass bee stinging events where where bees easily find the target after being stung once originally. These are my references. Thanks and gig 'em.